creating boundaries and structure and like so important, and I'm valuing privacy way more than I ever did before. I mean, life shown me like the more exposed you are, the more problems you'll run into, the more people you'll run into. Like when you just kind of keep it tight knit, like you leave everybody to wonder what's what or what he's thinking. Like, you know me, I've always been a person who never say nothing. I don't say nothing. I just grind and I just kind of like put the time and put the work in, and I just let the work speak. But like, yeah, you gotta be very careful what you say, like what you speak, because God gonna give you exactly what you ask for. Like, I had a background on my phone that said like, it's Kobe Bryant, it's like have a hard year, and I'm thinking like football, like grinding, like you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be hard. I gotta put the time in, I gotta grind, like, but like this was the hardest year of my life in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, battling an injury, coming back from that, being under a microscope, like being in my first like public relationship and shit like that, shit that I never even thought about. So when I say like,
get my makeup done right now. Get my makeup done right now. The streets is calling me. The streets is calling me.
No, fellas, look, Diggs just confirmed what I've been telling you guys all along. If you go back to my old videos, I've been said this was going to happen. Once a man aligns himself with a woman with that Jezebel spirit, it's impossible for him to thrive. It's impossible for him to elevate, because that woman is only there because right now your energy is high. Your aura is enormous. When a man is doing great in life, he will attract a lot of women. The only problem is those women are who they are. You got to understand, birds chase instant gratification. So if all of a sudden you're the man and then all these women appear in your life, that's never a good thing. And from the time as a man you give these women your energy, you got to understand, brother, your life will go down. Stefon Diggs.
Not to speak is entirely your decision. All I can say is that on behalf of the court and the parties, thank you again for your public service.
Upon your oath, you say that the defendant is not guilty of the count of strangulation or suffocation and not guilty of the count of assault and battery. So say you, Madam Forelady?
Yes.
So say all members of the jury?
Yes.
Let me tell you about an app called Free Cash. Free Cash is the #1 app worldwide, allowing users like yourself to make money off their phone for free. If you want to make $200 plus a week for free, download using my link in the description or the QR code on the screen. If you download now for free using my link or QR code, you will get a free $5 into your account for free. That's $5 for free, no requirements. So download Free Cash today to make easy, quick, and free money. He had one of the toughest years in his life, only because he wasn't disciplined enough to ignore the birds. What he did was entertain them instead of ignoring them, because you got to understand, the only reason why these women are here because I'm the hot guy now. All the women are chasing after me. So of course, all these birds will be attracted to me because these birds will always go for the new hotness. Birds chase surface shit. Birds are weak to the flesh. And when you dance with these birds, when you get to smashing them and you lay up with them, you're doing the same thing. Even though in general, based on the fact that he is a star athlete, from the time he stopped messing with the Cardi B's of the world and all these Instagram models, brother, you are stepping down to their level. You was on top of the world and you start stepping down to these women level. You have to understand, as rich as Cardi B is, her job is to disperse toxic energy to influence the younger birds out there. That is Cardi B's job. Her job is not something positive where it's helping these girls to become better human beings. Her job is to push the line. You have to pay attention to what a person does for a living. See, everybody could do different things for money. If you choose to influence people in a bad way for money, I already know that you're pushing a very demonic energy, and it will be wise to keep away from that. And this is what I be trying to tell you all dudes. And it's so crazy because I damn near predicted this entire shit, man. For real. And it's just a simple fact that I understand how the game goes. It's not about you. It's about your energy. Just think about it, right? A dude could be a regular dude all his life. From the time a bird highlight this guy and say, okay, ladies, this is the guy we are going after. This is the new player in town. From the time these birds put you in that position, like I told you guys yesterday, a storm is coming. A storm of birds is coming. And if you don't know how to handle these birds, you will end up like Diggs. And the good thing about Diggs is he's self-aware. He understood his mistake, so now he could fix it. Because all these things are fixable if a man finds himself at the right time. If you find yourself and you understand, oh shit, these birds just drain my energy. Let me find peace. Let me go into isolation. Let me go into monk mode so I can power up and find myself again. This is the damage a bird will do to a man. And after she's done with you, she's on to the next.
I don't need a rich nigga, just somebody that can make me feel safe, yeah.
And the thing about Stefon Diggs, he was giving in, bro. He was giving in to these birds because he got a bunch of them pregnant.
Stefon Diggs has had one of the busiest years of any male celebrity. The athlete started off the year with one child, a 9-year-old daughter named Nova, and ended 2025 with almost enough kids to start a basketball team. Everyone has known Cardi B was expecting her first child with Stefon Diggs, which would have been his second child and first son. However, before Cardi B could give birth, an Instagram model named Aileen Lopera hit Stefon Diggs with a paternity suit last month in November, which revealed the NFL athlete was the father of her daughter, Charlie Harper Diggs Lopera, who was born in April. But that's not all. Throughout the year, there were also rumors that Stefon Diggs also fathered another child with a woman named Kayana Kiki Barber, who happens to also be the ex-girlfriend of rapper Drake. There's no word on when the paternity test was taken, but on Christmas, Stefon Diggs shared images of the rumored child, who he referred to as Fat Fat.
That means that he was weak to the flesh. He was smashing these hoes raw and dumping in them. They had them wide open. And this is what's going to happen to a man who doesn't understand how to deal with these types of women. Y'all gotta be real out here, bro. If a woman is only after you because you're hot right now, that should tell you something. Here's the thing, right? Rappers, the majority of women that these men will attract will be women who are for the streets. As a man, you have to be aware of these things. Because if you lay up with a woman who is for the streets, every time you smash her, she's draining your energy without you knowing. You gotta understand, these women ain't got shit to offer a man. The only thing these women do with men is take from them. They will come into your life and take. To the point, Diggs was such a nice guy. He even tried to give one of these birds a job. All you gotta do is be a chef, and I'ma smash from time to time. BBL Bandit. But he didn't know that these birds are evil. He wasn't aware. He thought these women liked him for real. And that's the biggest mistake a man could ever make. When you start thinking that these women like you for real because all of a sudden you're attracting a lot of women, little did he know, Shorty had different plans. So after he gave her a job and all that, she waited for her opportunity. And she accused that man of putting his hands on her to try to get a payday.
So when you say he smacked
He
you,
smacked me with an open hand.
do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my
Do you know
face.
which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
And then what happened?
And then he... Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can.
God was on his side and he beat the case. But just think about that. That bird tried to destroy that man. She tried her best to take him out the game and end his career. All because he entertained her. Think about this. This is a woman that you decided to give attention to because she got a fat ass. You brought her in your house. You was giving her money. You introduced her to the finer things in life. Because after he cut her off, Shorty was back in the hood. But he gave this woman attention and she tried to destroy him. When it comes to women who are for the streets, like the Cardi B's and stuff like that, the Instagram models, you'll have to understand, bro. These women are not coming into your life to help you blossom, to help you grow. They are playing bird games. And the only thing that they are going to do is destroy you. And I just be trying to make brothers aware of this, because when a man is chasing lust, he could become lost out here. That's what happened to Diggs, man. He didn't know how to act with all the attention that he was getting from all these different women. As a man, you have to understand all attention is not good attention. It's never, see, it's cool for a bunch of chicks to like you. That's okay. If a bunch of chicks is like, yo, he's handsome, he's this, he's that, that is cool. But once you start mingling with those types of women, brother, it's over. It's over. And that's all I've been trying to tell you guys. And now look at Diggs. Just think about this, right? If Diggs was fully focused last season in the NFL, if his mind was where it's supposed to be, Diggs may have won the Super Bowl. You gotta understand, he came very close to winning the Super Bowl. But look who he was entertaining, Cardi B. Cardi B is an energy vampire. Wait, Diggs, you in the Super Bowl? Let me make an appearance. Let me get some of this energy. And she made it about her. Now look at Diggs. He's trying his best to find himself again. Fellas, learn from this, man. Y'all have to understand, these women could take down empires, much less end a man's career. From the time he started to indulge with all these birds, his life became extremely chaotic. And look, as a man, you could thrive in chaos if it's adversity type of chaos, you know? But you can't thrive in the type of chaos that women brings into your life. That shit is just nothing but stress, and it's going to drain you. Because the type of chaos that she's bringing is the type of chaos that will give her power and make you weaker. And this is why us men got to be wise out here, bro. Because just think about this, right? He invested his time into Cardi B and all these other IG models. And now he's trying to get his career back on track. And I believe Diggs is probably in his 30s. So how many years you think he got left in the NFL, right? But then you got to think, just last year, I believe he had over 4 or 5 kids by 4 or 5 different women. So think about his future. Now you got to live the rest of your life paying all these women child support. So you got to live the rest of your life feeding birds. All you have to do, brother, was put on a rubber. That's it. But you got to understand, bro, these birds are predators, bro. They will take the rubber off if a dude is worth mills, because they're not coming for you, brother. I mean, these birds are not into you. They are into the money and the vibe. That's the only reason why these women are around, because you could provide them with the money and the vibe that they desire. They don't even see your face. That's why when they are done with you, they could easily move on to the next. Look, all I'm saying, fellas, this shit out here is real. And as men, we have to be wise. We have to protect our energy as men. It doesn't matter how successful you are. Just know that with success, it attracts a lot of demonic women into your life. So while you thinking, oh, I'm a player now, I got all the chicks now. Bro, it's just a bunch of demonic birds who is coming to take your energy, your money, and enjoy the vibe while doing it. These birds are not beneficial for a man's life. This is why I tell you all dudes all the time, yo, keep away from these birds. Because just think about it, bro. This man got to pay child support for the next couple of years after he retires.
I honestly think guys like Stefon Diggs are just sperm banks with child support.
Because these birds simply came up off him. It was all a come up. While he was enjoying a few minutes of pleasure, these birds was thinking about their future. Look, fellas, the bottom line is this, man. Don't become a victim to these women. If you haven't yet, go get you some of that merch. You all already know, don't feed the birds. That's what it is. We don't feed the birds over here. So if you rock with your boy, go get you some of that good merch.